Hello YouTube, this is a Nerfinator special. What we've got here is a home-built Nerf gun. It's pretty much a sharpshooter rifle. It is very slow to load, but extremely accurate. I will try to do an accuracy test, but the weather's not very good. But it's got some extreme range. Now, here is an example of what we're going to do. Using my specialty painted yellow darts because they came like this. Try finding that in the grass. What you want is for the dart to be able to slide down the barrel, no pushing at all. It's just below 40 pounds per square inch right now. I'm shooting level. We're going to try to get close to that bucket. Landed short of the bucket by 2 feet. Alright, this is about a 20-yard shot, and I'll show you where the dart landed. The dart landed in this area and bounced over here. I can't think of any Nerf guns that can do that with normal micro darts. Now, like everything, this gun has its drawbacks. Drawbacks to this gun are several. One, single shot only. Unless you load several and turn it into a shotgun. But once you discharge this, you have no more shot. But because it's powered by so much air, that makes it excellent for range. Second drawback is this piece right here. After you've shot your one shot, you have to reload it. So unless you're carrying around a little portable air compressor or a good bicycle pump, you're not going anywhere for a while. So this thing would be best used with a team. One guy has the compressor and the Maverick, and this guy is doing the shooting. Now this is built off of a piece of wood that I just picked up. Doesn't have to be anything special. That's the basis of your gun. You're going to need a series of 1.5" pipe and 1/2" pipe. This is all PVC. There's a difference between PVC and CPVC. PVC is for cold water only, and it is larger. CPVC is bigger and is usually a beige color. You're going to need 1.5" cap, about 17 inches of 1.5" pipe. Ignore this coupler. That was there when I found it. You will need this coupler. This coupler gets hold of a 1.5" by 1" reducer. So here's your 1.5" by 1" reducer. Then it goes to a 1" by 1/2" reducer, and then there's a little section of pipe, 1/2" pipe, right there. That's holding these parts together. Now, from personal experience, you want to keep this as small as you can. This little pipe here, keep it as short as you can while still connecting securely. So you're going to have about this much bridge, so 1/4 to a 1/2" inside here. So fiddle with your idea from the outside a little bit, set your pipe up next to it to get an idea of how long you need to make it. But you want there to be as little pipe here as possible, because otherwise it will break when you drop it. Then you have 3 of these pieces. 1, 2, 3. Those are 1/2 inch female insert by male thread. Now, your male thread will go into this ball valve, which goes to another thread. There's another piece of pipe holding this together. 1/2 inch 90 elbow and another 1/2 inch 90 elbow. There's a piece of pipe going through here, connecting the two, but you probably won't have the tools to do that. I will get there in just a moment. Here's a 1/2 inch female insert by 1/2 inch female thread. There's another piece of pipe cementing them together. 1/2 inch thread like the one you've seen, and about 26 inches of barrel. To this part, I have some drills and chisels, and I can chip some stuff out to make this work. You can see that this has been chipped out. You probably won't have the stuff to do that. So what you're going to need to do is take this 90 and point it this way towards the camera. Then it will turn down, going across this, and you will meet up with a bottom piece that goes, turns in, and repeats the motion to go here. So the 90 will face you, go down again, so then it will turn to your piece. That would probably be the easiest. But custom built sort of guns, I built this myself, or like homemade chili, you can do whatever you want to with them. No guns are going to be alike. So I'm giving you a basic idea of a good single shot. I've got an idea for a repeater coming down the lines. Probably once I finish with my school year, I'm going to try to make it. I drilled a couple of holes for my rope because this thing's heavy and it's nice to have a sling. These hose clamps, I just picked them up. They hold the gun together. Once the hose clamps are removed, this whole piece can pivot around this point. Estimated cost, your ball valve's going to be about $12. That's going to be the single most expensive piece. And you're going to have some spare pipe left over, specifically 1.5 and 1/2 inch. So I would say in a ballpark of $20 to $25. That's probably the maximum it could be. So it's a fun little project. To assemble them, you're going to need these. This is sandpaper. This has no label, but this is PVC cement. This is the purple stuff. This is called pipe dope. Its technical name is pipe thread sealant. You can get both of these at Lowe's, and what you do is you take the sandpaper and any surface that you're going to join pipe to, you will sand the end fairly thoroughly so it's rough. That gives more room for the cement to grab on. I'll make a more detailed video with examples and follow up with this. But then you take your cement, put it around the pipe you're going to be joining, the outside of the one and the inside of another. Stick them together, and about half hour later it should be ready. Now, I made a slight mistake here. It's very helpful to have labels. I just remembered this is not cement at all. This is called primer. That is the purple stuff you're seeing. This is the cement. Primer and sandpaper are not necessary, but they are very helpful. I would suggest use them. Helps you have a better grasp. Helps everything to cement together. When you put everything together, Make sure that all your parts are cemented except for the part around the ball valve. That is where you use the pipe dope. Those are the only spots you use it. Here and there. I normally fire this gun at 40 to 50 psi, loaded through here. If you want, you can stick a gauge on, but you don't have to. You can just carry the gauge with you. 40 to 50 psi, it will take 60, but I would not push it beyond 60. You don't want something to break and then send a piece of plastic onto you. And also, this thing can shoot things very fast, very hard. Me and a buddy were shooting acorns at some cardboard, went through 2 layers of appliance cardboard, the big thick stuff, and it kept going. So this is something you need to be careful with playing with people. So it is not as nice as a Nerf gun. You might want to expect some squeals.